few words. I have my wife and two daughters just got pretty awesome to get a chance to speak a lot, so I'm going to take advantage of some. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rick, father of the bride, and it's my great privilege and honor once again to welcome you all here at the first speech and offer the first toasts of the evening. On behalf of the city and myself, I'd like to start by saying what a pleasure it is to welcome you all here at this wonderful event, Nicole and Eric's wedding. I want to welcome Eric's Aunt Dee, Terry, his brother Chris. Welcome to all the relatives and friends from both families, especially those that didn't travel a long distance to be here. My hats off go to the Rockford clan, the Michigan clan for being here. Our lives are filled with many wonderful memories. And today, surrounded by the friends and family who mean the most to Nicole and Eric, it really makes this a special moment and brings greater joy to this wonderful day. I'm also pleased to formally welcome Eric to the family. During the time we've known Eric, we've come to realize just how special he is to Nicole, how right you are for each other, what a great husband and son-in-law you would be. I'd also like to honor those at this time that we have loved and lost throughout our lives, that are not here tonight, but never absent from our hearts. Though we cannot see them, we know they are here with us, watching over us. Though we cannot touch them, we feel the warmth of their smiles as Nicole and Eric begin this new chapter in their lives. They have shaped our characters, molded our spirits, and touched our hearts in many ways. We love them with all our hearts, and they will always be in our memories and prayers. I know they are here today looking over Nicole and Eric to ensure that you have a long, enduring life together. So please, if you raise a glass to the absent loved ones, God bless them one and all. Of course, there's many things that go around today. For most, I have to thank God. Lord, love has been the richest, greatest gift to the world. And for the gift of that love, I thank you for allowing that love between Nicole and Eric to mature and grow. And bring us all here to celebrate that love. And thank you. Protect, guide, and bless Nicole and Eric. And the marriage, surround them and all of us with your love now and always. Amen. I'd like to give a special thank you once again to the members of the bridal party. The support you've given Nicole and Eric through your friendship and love is greatly appreciated. I hope that as the years go by, your friendships continue to grow. Thanks to all the vendors, the florists, Ryan and Dan, the photographers, the DJ, Carl, we're going to get to know you better tonight, the photo booth, Bill, and all the people here at the Fountain Group. Your attention to detail is really appreciated, and I know that most of you are going to be especially grateful to the bartenders later this evening. Once again, my house has been ground zero for wedding preparation over the last 7 months. Cindy's been working around the clock with the girls, putting this together, research, planning, printing, putting everything together has been an incredible effort. And as before, I played a tremendous role in all of this. I stayed out of everybody's way. Although just like at Steve and Melissa's wedding, I was slightly involved with the seating arrangement. And those of you that have been through this process know it's the most difficult process. You have to put the right people at the right table, then you got to factor in age. You can't be too close to the music and the DJ. You can't be too close to the bar. You can't be too far from the bar. It really can be overwhelming. So I came up with this wedding, I call it the wedding gift triage method. So if you're happy with your table and the people you're sitting with in your proximity to the bar, then on behalf of Nicole and Eric, I would like to thank you for your beautiful, generous wedding and shower gifts. If you're not so happy with where you're sitting, then on behalf of Nicole and Eric, thank you for the oven gloves and the Walmart gift cards. Now this has been a collaboration of many efforts, even though this was coming. Over the money months, planning the parties, the showers, save the dates, invitations, orders of service, goodie bags, baking cookies for the goodie bags for those staying at the hotel. All the final touches, the photographs on the tables, the bench that's out in the hallway for you to sign is the guest registry. I know that she would say it's a labor of love. And I know how much Nicole and Eric appreciate what she's done. But I'd like to add my thanks and propose a toast to the mother of the bride, the love of my life, to Sonia. My first wedding as father of the bride was an emotional roller coaster just 7 months ago. Having gone through that with Melissa made this a little easier but no less profound. I was better prepared for the emotional impact of seeing my daughter in the wedding dress, but I wasn't prepared for the flood of memories that came back when I saw Nicole, my first woman, getting married. I've been blessed with a full and wonderful life and a wonderful family. Unfortunately, not such a good memory. In many of the events, I just don't remember the specifics of, but there are a few moments that have been ingrained on my soul. When I started to put the words together for this evening, they came flooding back. I remember as a small child waking up to Grandma's house to the smell of coffee, burnt toast, and Farina cereal. I thought it was the happiest day of my life. I remember walking around the neighborhood on a rainy summer night and kissing a girl under a tree for the first time. I remember thinking she was the most beautiful girl in the world when she was kissing me. It was the best day of my life. I remember 10 years later walking with that same girl, now a woman, in St. Viator Church, and kissing her at the altar. It's the best day of my life. I remember being in the living room, seeing Nicole for the first time. I saw her take her first breath. I carried her down the hall. I helped weigh and measure her. I held her feet as I put ink on them and made the official record of her footprints. I remember thinking she was the most beautiful girl in the world. That day redefined me forever. I was a father. It was the best day of my life. I remember Nicole as a child as she explored the world looking back at me for reassurance with the brightest blue eyes. And suddenly, here I was at St. Viator Church, walking her down the aisle. I was looking at the same blue eyes, but now they sparkled because she was so happy as the niece of record. As I look at her now on her wedding day, I see the beautiful, elegant woman she's become, but I still see my little girl. I won't tell you the embarrassing specifics of an awkward child trying to find her way in the world, but I will say not only did she pave the way for her little sisters, but she was a shining example. One of the proudest moments in my life was one of the hardest for Nicole's. She was struggling with adversity, but instead of wallowing in guilt, regret, she found the inner strength, firemen like this, to improvise, adapt, and overcome. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't easy. She was overwhelmed, she was angry, she was even physically ill. There were times she wanted to throw in the towel, but she just kept going with faint hearts to have given up. I can't express how proud I was to see my family respond to help her and impress with her fortitude. Nicole, I hope you know how special you are. Your mom and I have been blessed to have you in our lives, and we hope you're aware just exactly how much we love you. It's been an absolute joy for us both to watch you grow and develop into the very beautiful, clever young lady that you are. It is my absolute honor and privilege to call you my daughter. And walking you down the aisle today is the best day of my life. Now, like most fathers, I was extremely protective of my girls and prepared to fend off any potential suitors. I took the view that no man was good enough for my daughters. In fact, I was in favor of capital punishment. In fact, you should ask the girls about the acts. It scared away many potential suitors, but it wasn't so effective with the firefighter. But it was in this welcoming atmosphere that I first met Eric. He was polite, well-mannered, and extremely likable young man. I couldn't believe he was a firefighter. All kidding aside, he did things the traditional way. He asked me out to dinner and formally asked for permission to marry Nicole. He said he wanted to do it right. I knew then that Nicole had found a great man. Someone she could share her life with and that would make her happy, beyond belief. I was more than willing to give my blessing, But Eric, be assured, I will be around to make sure that you do it right. And Eric, I know that you know this is a package deal. You get the whole family for the same low price. And I look forward to the future that you and Nicole will build together. And I look forward to the part we're going to play in that future. Now, traditionally, the father and wife get some advice, and I have some for you, just like I told Steve when he married Melissa. It's worked for me over the last 40 years with Cindy. There's no challenge in marriage that can't be overcome by one or more of the following. I was wrong, you were right, yes, dear, and I love you. And if those things don't work, just remember you can say, yes, dear, of course you can buy it. I have a few guidelines. Love does not consist of gazing at one another and looking in the same direction together. Success in marriage does not come through finding the right mate or being the right mate. Remember that you fell in love with each other because of the things you like, not the things you dislike. Neither of you will ever be perfect, but you can't be a perfect match for each other. And I know that you found a perfect match in each other. One last piece of advice. I spoke of the precious moments in my life that came flooding back when I started putting this together, and realized that life is not made up of minutes, hours, days, months, or years, but the special moments. And share with family and friends, and especially that special someone that you have in each other. Those moments become the special times of your life, and they'll make your love stronger. Your life together will be filled with ups and downs, joy, sorrow, but together with love, you can get through anything. But you must remember to show patience, tolerance, and forgiveness. Experience the moments in your life to the fullest, and together each day can be the best of your life. And now, my final duty and great privilege, if you would please get a glass and take your feet.
Take your feet.
Please stand for Nicole and Eric. Nicole and Eric, we have a long, healthy, happy, prosperous life together. And we never forget that true love is the most powerful force on earth, able to change your life in a moment and provide you with more joy than any monetary thing ever will. God bless you, Nicole and Eric.